With spring in the air, many people are suffering from seasonal allergies. Some people have even said that allergies this year are worse than years prior. We decided to meet with one allergy specialist to find out what is creating this sniffling problem.
A lot of itchy symptoms. Those are the typical allergy symptoms. So very itchy eyes, very itchy nose, a lot of running and sneezing. And so I've had some patients whose eyes are so swollen that the whites are so swollen that they can't close their eyes properly.
Latif says there are many reasons as to why this season may seem so bad.
There are a couple of factors that have come together to turn this into a pretty extreme allergy season. I think the biggest factor was the amount of rain that we had. So the amount of water that we get in the off season, that really determines how much pollen is going to get stored up. And then once we get into a spell of warm weather, especially if it's windy, we get that pollen release.
He says that because the weather keeps changing, people may be suffering. It would help if the weather would stay warm for more than 1 or 2 days.
It's called the priming effect. That's where if you get a couple of days of high pollen, your body actually can sometimes adjust to the pollen, which makes your symptoms less severe. The problem becomes if the pollen levels are bouncing up and down, your body never gets a chance to adjust. And that can actually create more severe symptoms for my patients as opposed to when the pollen levels are steadily high.
If you are suffering from these symptoms, he does recommend some over-the-counter treatments. But some treatments he asks his patients to shy away from.
Decongestants are things that I really discourage my patients from using. So nasal decongestant sprays, which can be habit-forming and harmful, and then decongestant pills, which can cause effects on the heart and the blood pressure. So those sorts of things, better not to take long-term. But the other medicines, the more modern antihistamines that have been available over the counter, and also the antihistamine eye drops, those are excellent.
Latif says that eyelashes and eyebrows are meant to protect one's eyes. He says they catch pollen, but when you rub your eyes, the pollen now goes in your eye. He feels that nose and eye washes are important for allergy sufferers.
The thing I always stress to my patients is that if the pollen gets into your nose, into your eyes, it's going to bother you. So one of the first things you want to do is just get the pollen out. So when you get indoors away from the pollen, you want to give your eyes a good rinse, give your nose a good rinse, and that by itself will help reduce symptoms quite a lot. So these are a couple of possible things. There are lots and lots of over-the-counter products for washing your nose out. The one other tip I give my patients, like I said, is to try to get preservative-free products because you'll tend to get more burning, more irritation with those.
While he does feel these remedies can provide some helpful results to seasonal sufferers, he did state that some people with allergies do get shots to help their symptoms. He also stated that some people who think they have allergies actually don't, but have sinuses that are not functioning correctly. But the only way to find out what is causing the pain is to go to the doctor and get tests done. Reporting in Hamilton, Rose Eckler, WZBN News.